There's a tab and backing track available for this lesson at our Patreon site. You can get those by clicking the card or the link in the description. They're available for individual purchase or for Tier 2 and 3 supporters. In this lesson, I'm going to show you some muting methods that I'm using. And I've got 4 examples that I'm going to give you. Again, some things will be more natural to you, like pick blocking. Another thing that we're working with or thinking about is overtones, where you have a lot of, if you pick them like 3 or 4 strings, you have some strings that are ringing that sound a little dissonant. And normally, the way I'm looking at that is my first string and my 7th. I usually will work with those, listening to those. And sometimes those need to be muted when they're played within a chord. But the first one I'm doing is that we're using our left hand to mute the first string. If I play that example, all I'm doing is pulling my bar back off of the first string, and then that mutes it with this finger, my middle finger on my left hand. So we go to our 8th fret, everything's going to be out of C. I play 3 and a 5, then 1, then 4 and 6. If I don't want that first string ringing throughout the chord, I simply move my bar back off of it, and then this middle finger will catch it and mute it. As soon as I did that, it muted that first string. That's a real easy one to start with. And the way also I'm looking at that is when I come down to play 4 and 6, I'm moving my bar down to that groove. So at the end, I'm just covering 3 with my bar. 1 and 2 is muted with this left hand. So that's an easier one to start with. Okay, the next one that I showed, I'm going to use my ring finger on my right hand, and I'm going to let everything ring. And then I'm going to touch that first string. So the group is 3, 5, 1, 4, 6, and then mute that first string with my ring finger. And you can hear when you kill that note, it brings the rest of that chord to the forefront. So now let's look at using our thumb pick for mute. And again, I'm thinking about that 7th string. Okay, so I hear those overtones. I want to mute that 7th string with my thumb. Okay, to me, in certain instances, that brings that chord out without those ringing overtones. So that's a good one to do. That's also not that hard. Just play like 5, 7, 6, 8. Go back to 5 and 7. Okay, when you pick 5 and 7 the second time, you mute it with your thumb pick. Okay, so the next one, it's kind of like a Ralph Mooney style. I'm actually using palm blocking. So on that one, I'm using the fleshy part of my palm. Where you place it in relationship to the pickup is going to change the tone. But I normally put my palm pretty much right on that pickup when I'm doing that. So the example was this. We're just barely resting our palm like that, instead of letting it ring. Okay, so that one, to practice the exercise, you go to your 3rd fret, you press your B pedal down, you pick your 8th string twice. As soon as I play that, I'm bringing that palm down. Then it goes 6, 8. Then it goes 5, 8. Then I play my 5th string again and pedal into it with the A pedal. Then pick 4. Okay, so that is palm blocking. And again, I kind of associate that with the Ralph Mooney. And one thing that he had going on was actually the instrument he was playing. When they started out like with the old Fenders and guitars like that, they actually didn't sustain that long. So that was actually some of the sound, and we can kind of duplicate that by the position of our hand on this pickup. You can come more forward to it. It's a little brighter. Like I said, I normally play it pretty much in the middle of the pickup. Okay, so that's palm blocking. And then the last one is a combination. I'm using my thumb pick as a mute and my 2 finger picks. At the 6th fret, the group we're using is 6, 3, 5. Okay, so I pick 6, then 3 and 5. So I pick 6. As soon as I pick 3 and 5, I mute 6 with my thumb. Pick 6 again, then mute 3 and 5. Now this one's a little harder. Then I go play my 6th string at the 7th. Then 3 and 5. So we're walking that 6th string. And those 2 on the top. Okay, now you can practice that too just here at the 8th fret. You just pick 6, thumb, 3, 5. And I'm rocking back and forth with the muting. Okay, so that's thumb muting 6, and I assign my index finger to 5 and my middle finger to 3. Okay, and Jacob's got a good view of my fingers with that. That's a little more tricky. Again, some of these are more technical than the other ones. The very easiest one would be just moving the bar back, the first one I showed you. Then the second one, like using that ring finger on your right hand. That one's not that hard either to practice that one. But that's 5 different ways that you can work on that. And just take them one at a time. And if you haven't done any of them, start with that one where you move the bar back off the first string. The second one, work with using that ring finger. All right, so give these a try. Let me know what you think. And if you've got some other ways that you're muting, let me know. I know you can lift the bar up like that, and that kills it too. But those instances, I don't really ever use that one, but it's out there like that. So you can work on those too. Anyhow, that's 5 that I use quite a bit, and I want to pass them on to y'all, let y'all work on them. And let me know maybe which ones are more challenging or which ones y'all think are the easiest and how you apply them. As a summary, the way I'm thinking of it mostly is that 1st and 7th string. Sometimes that doesn't ring, the overtones don't ring true into the chord what I want. Okay, there I killed 1 and 2 with that ring finger. And you can hear how the chord comes through cleaner. Alright, so give those a try and let me know what you think. If you'd like to support the channel, the best way would be to join our Patreon site. But you can also press the like, subscribe, and join buttons below. Also, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our supporters on Patreon and YouTube, especially our Tier 3 supporters, Jim, M. Medlock, William, Philip, and Arthur. So thanks again for your support, and keep picking.